Stepping inside the glass door, Yen gulped nervously when she looked around the company. It was furnished with high quality glass and oak tables at the lounge and the reception. The company reeked of richness, and the power it had in the business world was the proof of it. Oh God, please help me. I want this job, please, please. She prayed slowly so the god can hear it. You are Miss Lee Yen, right? Yin. Okay, then please follow me. The CEO wants to meet you. But why do I have to meet the CEO? Miss Yen, you are here for the job of CEO's personal secretary, so he will take your interview. What? Don't be scared. He just wants to employ a hardworking and smart person, so you just need to prove yourself. How can I say that I'm not scared of the interview, but I'm scared of him? Jeon Jungkook is not only the CEO of this company, but also the gangster leader in the underworld. It is a secret for most of the people, but I know this secret because I am on his never harm and disrespect list. Yen, Miss Yen. Yeah, let's go towards the CEO's office. Yen just nodded and followed her, thinking about the day. Flashback a few days ago. I was sitting in the club with my friends as we came here to celebrate our graduation. We were enjoying ourselves when we suddenly heard a loud shout. Everyone in the club looked at the man who just shouted and gasped, seeing him covered in blood. The man ran inside the middle of the crowd to protect himself, but he was stopped by two bulky men who punched him. He spoke hoarse, saw everyone who started to go out of the club, but it wide and only saw Yen, and he regretted his life decision seeing his scared eyes. I'm really sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am. I didn't know you were here, or else I would have never brought him here. Boss will kill me if he got to know this. This time Yen was shocked as well as her friends who didn't seem to understand anything. No, mister, I am to think you misunderstood me as someone else. No, no, ma'am, I can never misunderstood you as someone else. I'm really sorry. Please don't tell this to boss. Who is your boss? He is our leader and the most scared gangster in this world, Jeon Jungkook. And you are Mrs. Jeon, right? Jungkook is a gangster? While her friends gasped hearing this. What the hell, Yen? You didn't tell me you are married, and that too with the gangster leader. Oh wait, suddenly she said as if she remembered something and then gasped. Isn't Jeon Jungkook your childhood sweetheart? Yeah, Anna, shut up. I'm not married yet, and we are not dating yet now. I don't have any relation with him now, especially I don't want to get involved with him now since he's a gangster. Ian just stood in the middle and started seeing them. That's when the men stood in queue on her either side till the entrance. She looked at them confused, but her eyes diverted towards the entrance. I came with my guards while chasing the spy of my rival gang when one of my men caught him in a club, so I ordered to enter the club, as I wanted to interrogate him, that man, about what information he gave them. But when I entered the club, I saw my Yen standing in the center of the club. He was looking handsome in his black tuxedo, and his hairs that were gelled back made him look like a Greek god. I felt my breath stopped when his lips curved into a launching smile when his eyes met mine. Yena, nice to meet you again. Yeah, same here. She tried to avoid looking in his ocean blue eyes that bored into us every moment. You are looking beautiful. Thank you. Before she could complete, Jungkook pulled her and she collided with his hard chest, followed by a huge gunshot sound that made her held Jungkook's coat tightly in fear. When Ian was about to say something, I saw the man behind who was the spy snatched one of my man's gun and pointed it in Ian's direction. So I quickly pulled her and shot that man before he could do anything. I felt Ian flinch. He kept looking at her lovingly for a few moments when Yen slowly peeked at him and straightened herself quickly when she saw him staring at her. She looked back to check, but a loud scream left her lips when she saw the man lying dead. Don't be scared, Chipmunk, he called for his own death. He used the nickname for her, revenging their childhood to ease her frightened figure. But you killed him, she tried to say in a low and terrified look on her face. I know, Chipmunk, but that man. was a spy from my rivals, and he tried to shoot you. But she got cut off when Jungkook suddenly moved closer to her face, bending a little to reach her tiny figure. She looked his eyes with his. Sure, don't stress yourself with this chipmunk. You should go now. My men will drop you at the Lee mansion, he said as if saying to a small child in his honey dipping voice. It seems like I still have my effect on you, chipmunk. No, you don't, and it's just that I was scared and nothing else. Jungkook, you know that we are not meant to be together. Your life partner is already destined, and we both know it's not me. And you know that I don't love anyone else other than you. So I'll change my destiny if you are not in it. I'll die rather than marrying someone else. He finished, and a tight slap landed on his handsome face. Dare to say that again, and I'll slap you till your cheeks get swollen. Chipmunk, you are the hire of a multi-billion-dollar company, and you deserve someone who is capable for you. I'm from a middle-class family. The same shit you told me when you broke our friendship. I am your first love, chipmunk, and I want to be your last love. I seriously don't care about this high or low class shit. You're mine. He said the last sentence in his dominant voice that made Yang shiver. He surely had high effect on her that just his voice can make her feel something unusual but comfortable at the same time. Jungkook gestured his mane and told him, No, I can go alone. But I'm not letting you go alone. Stop whining about it and sit quietly like a good girl, or I might punish you hard for being a bad girl. He whispered the last line in her ears with a mischievous smirk on his face. Inside the car, Jungkook was silently driving the car while I kept looking out of the window towards the night view when his voice brought me back to our unfinished conversation. To be honest, I didn't want to talk about it and get hurt. I always pushed him away from me because he deserved someone more beautiful and smart. Come for the job interview at our company in a few days. When he said our company, Yen felt a sense of belonging, but it soon vanished when she interpreted the whole sentence. Huh? Mr. Lee isn't dead, right? And you just graduated, so you need to get a job. Yen was considering his suggestion when the last line hit her and she was about to argue when the Tesla stopped in front of her small mansion. She just sighed and got out the car. Good night, chipmunk, and I'll be waiting for you, he said and drove away after winking at her small figure standing quietly. She clutched her throbbing heart and tried to stop the crimson red color that came rushed up her cheeks. Present. You can come inside, chipmunk. You don't need to knock, he said, and Ian stepped inside his office room with a nervous expression on her beautiful face. Good morning, sir. Drop the honorifics. Don't be scared of me. You know I would never hurt you. I just can't pocket the D when you shot that man. I'll never get used to it no matter how much I try to forget it. I'm sorry for it. I never wanted you to know that I'm a gangster, but it's the real me, and I can't lie to you about it. I'll try my best to keep you away from it and respect your decision. Ian's eyes filled with tears, hearing the genuineness in his tone. He respected her so much, and that was more than enough for her to be bold and not get scared of him. I waited for this day almost every day, but I was scared that he will reject me. I love you, he said and kissed her passionately. 2 years later. Jeon, leave me, someone might come and see us. You know I don't give a damn about it, and moreover you are looking so etched in this dress that I am not able to stop myself from touching you, he said, still kissing her while she was pinned on the cold wall, trapped in between her husband and the dark wall. She could just moan his name and while he gave her the pleasure. I love you, Mrs. Jeon. I love you too, my dear hubby, Mr. Jeon.